What to do on the guitar when you're not good enough yet. Say you want to be able to shred, play fast, do all the favorite solos that you want to do, but you feel like you have to keep practicing more and more to make up for the fact that you don't feel like you're good enough yet. You can fall into the trap of thinking more is more when it comes to guitar practice. Actually, I would advise against that. That's not going to help you. These muscles in your fretting hand, for example, they're really small, they're really easy to strain, to overdo, and if you screw that up, then you're going to have to wait for days, maybe weeks, hopefully not longer, until you can go back to it again. Whereas if you do too little, you can always add. But if you do too much, you can't take away until it's too late, right? So with the case of the fretting hand, working on hammers and pulls, for example. So you're putting in a lot of effort to get those hammer-ons and those pull-offs to sound the same volume, right? Because getting the fretting hand sorted is the foundation of everything you will ever do on the guitar. Because if you have a fretting hand which plays ball, right? It does what you want it to, that's when you can start syncing it up with the picking. But only if that fretting hand is doing what it's told. So that means getting those hammer-ons and pull-offs under control, which, you know, does require effort from these little muscles in your hand. Doing that for hours a day is going to screw you up. It's going to mess your hand up. So to be honest, 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day is really going to help that fretting hand get to where it needs to be. Just because you have loads of hours free to practice the guitar doesn't mean you should be doing that. That's a one-way ticket to injury. Whilst you can spend hours studying theory, doing musical aspects of your guitar playing, working on straight technique, physical stuff like that, you cannot do that for hours and hours without a downside. So always err on the side of caution rather than excess, and you will look after your hands. And that does apply to all techniques, but specifically working on things like legato with your hammer-ons and your pull-offs, it's really easy to overdo it, so don't do too much on legato. But yeah, with picking too, same story, all right? It's always better to do too little because you can decide to add more in your next practice session because you realize you can handle it, rather than just going for like 5-7 hours and then just injuring yourself, and then you have to take a month off guitar playing because you went too crazy. And in those times between practicing the guitar, if you need something to do, read The Tao of Badass Guitar. It's an ebook that I've got, it's free, and it's really going to get you in the right mindset for getting guitar gains and kicking ass.